Hello students, today we will discuss preparation of phenols and then we will discuss physical properties of alcohols and phenols. So first preparation from halorings. Here we are taking an example of chlorobenzene. Right, this is chlorobenzene, and when we react chlorobenzene with NaOH at high temperature and pressure, right, that is 300 atmospheric pressure and 623 Kelvin temperature, then what is formed? Phenol is formed, and we can show it that first reaction with NaOH and then the second reaction with H plus ion, that is some with acid, with some acid. So this first and second show that first reaction is with NaOH, and what type of product which is formed, that is reacted with H plus ion. Now we can show this in separate part also, that we can make it like this. Here I write chlorobenzene and then reaction with NaOH at high temperature and pressure, that is 300 atmospheric pressure and 643 Kelvin temperature, right? So this will give sodium phenoxide, ONA, right? And then this is reacted with some amount of acid, and then this will replace Na plus ion, this H plus ion will replace Na plus ion, and then this will give phenol, right? So now how is this reaction taking place? First of all, try to understand that when this is reacted with NaOH, first of all phenol is formed, right? Then this OH, it replaces Cl negative ion, and then Na and Cl they react to form NaCl, right? You can write here minus NaCl also here. Now then what happened to this, that it gets converted to this, right? Now in the reaction mixer NaOH is present. We cannot remove NaOH from the reaction mixer. So in the reaction mixer NaOH is present. So what will happen? Now this phenol is acidic and this is base. So acid and base they will react. Now this will give H plus ion because it is an acid, and it will give OH negative ion, and water is removed, and then with this O, this Na get attached. So this product is formed, and this is known as sodium phenoxide. But in the exam, we don't need to show this type of part of the reaction. We can simply show this reaction, or we can show this reaction in exam. Right? Now, second preparation is from benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid. Right? So take benzene first. Now react it with oleum. Right? What is oleum? Oleum is a mixture of H2SO4 and sulfur trioxide. This is known as oleum. Right? Then it gives benzene sulfonic acid. It gives benzene sulfonic acid. This is known as benzene sulfonic acid. It is then reacted with NaOH and with H plus ion, that is then with acid. That is first reaction of this compound with NaOH, and then the product formed is reacted with some acid. So this will give the phenol, right? Now next reaction, that is next preparation, is from aniline. This is second, and this is third. That is aniline. Aniline is what? Benzene with NH2 group. This is known as aniline. So from aniline, so I will react it with NaNO2 and plus HCl. Right? This is diazonium reagent. Diazonium. This will give diazonium salt. So this benzene diazonium chloride is formed there. This is known as benzene diazonium chloride. This is benzene and this group is known as diazonium chloride. Right? And this reaction is carried out by the formation of HNO2. HNO2 react with this and then this product is formed. And what is left there then? Minus NaCl. You can show it here. Right? Now this benzene diazonium chloride, it is reacted with warm water. Warm water. Right? Warm H2O. Right? So this will give phenol now. This will give phenol. Remove N2, that is nitrogen gas from here. Now OH negative ion of water, remove N2. So it will come here to form phenol and H plus is left. Now H plus will react with this Cl negative ion. So they react to form HCl. That is they join to form HCl. So this is the formation of phenol from aniline, or you can say from benzene diazonium chloride. Now next is formation of phenol from cumene. What is cumene? It is isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene is known as cumene. From cumene. Cumene is what? Isopropyl benzene. This is isopropyl benzene, right? Now it is reacted with oxygen, or you can mention here air also. Then this will give this type of product, that is between this carbon and hydrogen. This oxygen will come. So you can show it like here, and you can show CH3 this side also, and this CH3 this side also. That is, you can show it like this also. This is the same thing, that is cumene. So we can show CH3 here. That will be easy to show the reaction if you show CH3 here, right? So now this product is formed, and this is known as cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide. Hydroperoxide. Right? Now it is reacted with acidic water. So what will happen? This will break, right? And then this OH group will shift this side. So this will give CH3, C, CH3, C double bond O. That is, this ketone is formed, and then OH gets shifted to benzene, and then this will give you phenol, right? So acetone is formed along with phenol. Now next we will study physical properties of alcohols and phenols, right? And in that we will discuss boiling point and solubility of alcohols and phenols. Physical properties of alcohols and phenols. And phenols. And in this we will discuss boiling point and solubility of alcohols and phenols. So first of all, boiling point. Now alcohols and phenols, because they can form hydrogen bonds between their molecules, so they have higher boiling point. Alcohols and phenols have higher boiling point, or you can say higher boiling point than hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is alkane, alkene, alkynes, right? Haloalkanes, right? ethers, aldehyde and ketones, because alcohols can form hydrogen bonds between their molecules, that is, they can form intermolecular hydrogen bonding, right? And these molecules, that is, the molecules of this compound, they cannot form hydrogen bonding. That's why alcohol have higher boiling point. Now next we will discuss that the different compounds of alcohol, what are the order of boiling point between them, right? Now see, if we have alcohol of this type, that is simplest alcohol, methanol, and then this is ethanol, and then this is propanol. So what is the order of boiling point? Now more number of carbon atoms, more will be the forces of attraction between them. That is, more number of carbon atoms, larger is the molecule, and then more will be the van der Waals forces of attraction between them. Now you can see that here is one OH, here is one OH, here is one OH, right? So their number of hydrogen bonding will be same in these type of molecules, right? So now we will see another factor which will affect the boiling point, that is the size. And more is the size, we know that if more is the size, more will be the van der Waals force of attraction between their molecules, and more will be the boiling point. Because if there are more are the forces of attraction, then more amount of energy is required to break these forces of attractions, and more amount of energy requirements, more amount of heat is required to break these forces of attractions, and more will be the boiling point then, right? So order will be a boiling point. The order of boiling point will be like this. Now if there is branching, right, in the molecule, suppose now we will take isomers, right? So isomer, this is what? Pentanol. This is pentanol, CH3, CH2, 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 OH. Now take the isomer this pentanol. This is the isomer of pentanol, right? CH3, CH3, CH, CH2, CH2, and this is isopentane. Now take another isomer, that is neopentane, neopentanol. This is isopentanol. Now this is neopentane. Now attach OH, and this will become neopentanol, right? So CH3 here, CH3 here, CH3 here, and here is CH2. So this is unbranched. This is slightly branched, and this is completely branched. So we have already discussed in haloalkanes that if the branching increases, then the molecules tends to become sphericals, and the spherical molecule have minimum surface area, right? And because this has minimum surface area, so the forces of attraction, that is van der Waals forces of attraction between their molecules, will be less. So this will have the least boiling point among these, right? And this will have the highest boiling point because there is no branching. So if there are branching in a molecule, then its boiling point will be less. More is the branching, more less is the boiling point. So this is the order of boiling point, right? That this will have least boiling point, and this will have highest boiling point. Now next we will discuss that there are more number of OH groups in a molecule, then there will be the more number of hydrogen bondings between their molecules, and more it will have boiling point. For example, now see, here is propanol, and if I write here one OH and here one OH with this, there are three OH, and if I write two OH here and here is only one OH, so more number of OH, more will hydrogen bonding, and this will have highest boiling point, and this will have least boiling point. So if I increase the number of carbon atoms, then again same will be the order, right? That is CH3 here, and here is one OH, and here is another OH, right? and you can show bonding between now CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. So again the same order will be there because there are more number of OH groups. So this will show more number of hydrogen bonding between their molecules. This will have most, that is, this will be the highly bonding compound, and this will have the least bonding compound. So this is about the bonding points of alcohols. Now as the number of carbon atoms increases, right? Now we discuss another thing, that as the number of carbon atom increases, that what will happen to the boiling point? That we have already discussed, that the boiling point will increase. More number of carbon atoms, more will be the boiling point. We have already discussed this. Now we will move to the next part, that solubility. Right? So solubility in water and solubility in organic solvents. So alcohols are soluble in water. They are soluble in water, or you can say lower alcohols. Lower alcohols means which have less number of carbon atoms. They are completely soluble in water because they can form hydrogen bonds with water molecule. How? This is water molecule, and this is alcohol molecule, and this is another water molecule, and this is another alcohol molecule. So they can form hydrogen bonding between them. That's why lower alcohols are soluble in water. Now if you talk about the higher alcohols that have large number of carbon atoms, then they become less soluble, because as the number of carbon atom increases, then the longer chain of carbon atom, it hinders in the formation of hydrogen bonding with the water molecules. How? This long chain is flexible. It can move. It can move this side. It can move this side. So it will create that. Suppose this is longest. This is long chain. So this chain, it can move this side. It can move this side. So they will create steric hindrance to the formation of hydrogen bonds between water molecules and the alcohol molecules. So the higher alcohols are less soluble. That is, we can say, as the number of carbon atoms in alcohol increases, its solubility in water decreases, because the longer carbon chain hinders with the formation of hydrogen bonds with water molecule. Now next we will discuss that phenol. The solubility of phenol. Phenol, because of its this non, and you can say this is hydrophobic part, this carbon part, and this is organic part, or you can say hydrocarbon part. This hydrocarbon part is hydrophobic. It is water hating. Or hydrophobic means water hating. This is water hating because this part cannot interact with water. So we can say this is water hating. So this larger hydrocarbon part, it creates steric hindrance to the formation of hydrogen bonds in water molecule. That's why phenol are strongly, that is partially soluble in water. Now next we will discuss its solubility. We have done, and the boiling point was left, that it has 6 carbon atoms, and if we compare the boiling point of phenol with the alcohol that have 6 carbon atoms, then they have similar boiling point, right? Because the number of carbon atoms are same. Right, we will now talk about the solubility in organic compounds. Now alcohol being soluble, it is soluble in organic compounds, because the principle is there that like dissolves like, that is organic compound dissolves organic compound, and you can say non-polar compound. Organic compound is non-polar, it is largely non-polar. So some ionic character may be there, but it is largely non-polar. So non-polar compounds dissolves non-polar compounds, and that's why it is soluble in organic compound, right? So next thing we will discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.